Change your call to suspicious, mark it GOA. We'll add your DOC and watch it.
All right. Hello, backseaters. Sorry it took a second there to get up to speed. I'm having a number of technical issues that I had. So it took a while to get signed on, but I'm now signed on, and we are out on patrol. Steve could not come out with me today. He had something come up at the last minute that he had to attend to, so you're stuck with just me today. For those of you who may be new to Live on Patrol, I'm Undersheriff Mike Martin of the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office in Ramsey County, Minnesota. The capital city of St. Paul is where I am right now, and I'm on White Bear Avenue going eastbound, and it's snowed overnight, so you can see there's a little bit of snow on the ground, not too bad. I'm guessing maybe 2 inches, inch and a half, 2 inches. Pretty powdery snow, so it's not too bad, but as it melts and then gets cold again, it can be pretty icy. We are on the east side of St. Paul right now, and we're going to head up and hit the gas pumps on our way, which I was going to do earlier, but I was busy trying to work out some technical problems and hopefully reduce the amount of rattling that you hear, which I think I did. I tightened some things up and double checked, and there's always going to be a little bit of rattling because this Tahoe has a pretty tight suspension, but hopefully it won't be like it was on Friday night. So we're right now, it's 25 degrees out, and it really hasn't been bad, the weather, but a little bit of plowing going on and some snow shoveling. I'm blessed because my wife likes to shovel the snow in the morning. It's a workout for her. And so when I came out, our driveway was already shoveled pretty much except where cars were parked. So that was nice. So it's this morning started off with a bang. There was a stolen car right away this morning, and the CAT team that was working this morning got right on it and were able to find the car and make an arrest. I think it was just one person, but don't hold me to that. But they got right on it and took care of business, and it's been relatively quiet since then. This time of year, the last week, I've noticed that the schools seem to be having issues. I don't know if the kids are getting cabin fever and they're starting to look forward to being out of school, but there's been some issues with schools across the county with kids fighting and one assault on a teacher, and unfortunately those things happen, and hopefully that teacher will heal. Minneapolis has had a murder and some shootings over the weekend, and I don't think any of those were in an area that would surprise people much. Unfortunately, the drug dealing and loitering and drug use are in areas that lead to violence and related crimes. So we're northbound on White Bear Avenue. We're at Larpenter, and we'll be entering into the city of Maplewood. I saw there was a shooting in St. Cloud over the weekend as well. Not sure what led to that, but I'm sure we'll eventually find out. And sadly, in the last week, we've had 2 plane crashes. The one where the helicopter ran into the plane in D.C., and the one in Philadelphia that was taking off, the medical flight. And both extremely tragic. And hopefully the NTSB can figure out what occurred in those cases. That they will. They always get to the bottom of it, and then they will hopefully be able to suggest changes that can be made to prevent that in the future. I'm gonna run back in here and get some gas quick. This is the old Ramsey County farm, or I've heard it referred to as the poor farm back in the day. It also was the former home of the Ramsey County Fair and the Ramsey County Freight Farm. And both of which no longer exist. So we have several places around the county where we can get gas and refuel, which is kind of nice, and check our oil, although I checked mine this morning in the garage. So I'll be back with you in a minute.
That's fine. 263, you can cancel those squads. I'll find a squad to go with me. 242, 245, 242, right past me, thank you. 245.
So we're waiting now for the gas to fill up here, thanks to the awesome citizens of Ramsey County for providing us gas for our county-owned cars so that we can patrol around. the Winter Carnival ended this weekend, and fortunately, I think the Vulcans defeated the Winter Carnival royalty, and that means it's going to be spring here soon.
Transporting dog to the
I'm sorry, can you go ahead?
Transporting dog to the shelter. Dog shelter.
Okay.
One 158 today.
So to answer a couple of the questions I see, the county buys the gas in bulk, so they get a better deal, and then we come here and we have a ID card that allows us to check in, and we enter our mileage and put the gas in. That way they can keep track of how much we're using. And we have to enter in our vehicle information. And there we go. Now we have plenty of gas. When I worked for the city of Minneapolis, was a Minneapolis cop, each squad had a gas card, or basically a credit card that you could use at the Speedway stores. At that time they were called Super America stores, and to fill up or to get oil if you needed oil. Those were the only two things that you could get with that card. And then I think they figured out if they could get a better deal by buying gas in bulk and having it at city pumps.
Bravo 351 in custody.
One in custody.
So again, we're in the city of Maplewood. It's a suburb just north of St. Paul, north and kind of to the east. And Chief Beardeman is the chief in Maplewood. They have a good size, what I would call a medium size police department. And they do a great job. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to one of their officers earlier today, just happened to run into him. Say hi to my friends that always wave at me when I come by, unless they're in school, but it's a little later today. I don't know, my daughter started back to college today, and my son, and
2022 Sherwood.
so we went out to dinner with her last night over Devani's by St. Thomas and had a good meal. We tried to go to the Nook, and if you're from here, you know the Nook is good food, but it was packed. They had a line coming out the door, so headed northbound on White Bear Avenue. We're at Cope and Highway 36.
Area 1620.
We'll just drive up this way. There's a call in by the Outback Steakhouse up here where someone said they heard someone yelling and possibly through the woods.
Caller says pushed by staff.
So we'll go up there and tell their code 4, figure out what's going on. We're not too far away.
New message.
That we're looking for right now. I don't want to air the information only because they're ongoing cases. They're not just a stolen car. But I will definitely let you know if we see one of them.
I'm going to be logging off. I'm having computer issues.
Copy, is it good, please? $72.21. Medical at 5161 Red Oak Drive for a 78-year-old female who fell and is bleeding from her head. Okay. 1622.
Continue up here on White Bear Avenue until we get to where the officers are checking.
Can you start a county car westbound 96, just east of Victoria, dangerous condition? It's a white car with a door open in the middle of the road.
That's all they can put 96. Copy back.
just kind of hang out here and see if the Maplewood cars need any help. But most likely they won't, because they do a great job. But if someone runs from them or a victim's being hurt, we'll obviously help if we can. The good thing is now the trees don't have any leaves, so it's easier to see. Probably saw a Maplewood car come out there and do a quick U-turn coming out. There's a row of townhouses a couple blocks long back in there. Looks like there's a few Maplewood cars in the area, so we will.
What? You on a team over if they lost trail.
Let them keep checking. And we can always come back if needed.
Copy. I'll do that in.
Check at 5904 Auto Ridge Circle. The welfare check on caller's son. They haven't spoken to in a few months. Anton, 1024-55.
This is good. Car 267.
Copy.
So we're back westbound now on Beam Avenue. We're at Kennard. And we're going to head back down into the east side of St. Paul.
360, can we also dispatch on CST traffic?
I don't have a CST today.
Disregard.
So I made the mistake of going to Costco yesterday. Apparently I should have known that Sundays are a bad day to go to Costco. But I didn't, but it was unusually busy, I thought. And I asked one of the employees there why it was so busy, and she said she didn't really know, but she had heard a couple people talking about trying to buy groceries before any tariffs went into place, and which, you know, would explain it. I don't know that the prices would go up that fast, except maybe on avocados and some other select items, but apparently people felt they needed to get in and load up. So But I got what I was going for. We needed some more toilet paper and some laundry detergent. And what else did I buy? I'm sure I bought stuff I didn't really need. Oh, salt. Yeah, for the water softener. I think I said that. So, but anyway, you couldn't even get close to the meat counter. They must have had some good deals going on. We're southbound now on 61, which turns into Arcade as we go south. Even though it's been cold, there have been a lot of cars lately going through the ice when people were out ice fishing.
2268.
And
2268.
nothing I ever want to happen to me. So we're going south under Highway 36 now. Like it's staying light longer, but it doesn't help when it's cloudy, so it's blocking the sun. But soon, I keep telling myself, soon it's gonna be short sleeve weather and nice. But I think I'm fooling myself. Generally, we don't get a reprieve till late April, early May. So the Maplewood squad's found a tent in the woods in the area where they had heard that screaming, so they're going to be checking on the tent there in the woods. Just make sure there aren't any victims or suspects in there.
Copy.
As I said earlier, Maplewood has a great police department. They don't need my help, but I figured if I was up there in the area, I'd go and help them if I could. school right now, St. Paul Johnson High School, home of the Governors. I joked around once saying that everybody who goes there ends up being a cop or a firefighter, but I got a lot of messages from people saying that they went there and they were not a cop or a firefighter. So, but there are a disproportionate number. I just think you have a lot of these St. Paul schools. There's really a great interest in public service. Police, firefighters, EMTs,
380. 380.
Politicians, you
We're
name
close
it.
here. Can you get my case number, please? 18618.
They also produce some really good hockey players.
Copy. Thank you.
So we're southbound on Arcade at Maryland. Here, this is the road. If you travel further down on, is where the M&H is. Bob and Pat's favorite place to stop.
Copy, go for it. 37.
Please make sure you stay kind in the chat, and
be.
it's no room for politics. We have, it doesn't matter what happens, we have to
Zebra Alpha 417.
do our job regardless of
Copy.
who's in charge, and we are proud of the fact that we are nonpartisan and
620, speak clear.
we serve everybody. It's, you know, the police and fire and the sheriff's office, you know, we're a monopoly. So, you know, we're, people don't necessarily have a choice except when they elect a sheriff.
Available 10-4 squad. Can they give me a call? I need assistance on my juvenile incident.
So
Yes.
we just go out and try to keep people safe.
Can you just do APD?
Copy, 5039.
Can you attach me to 7255 call? Oh, yeah, Southon in Wasabi. What's the mail?
36.
I am scanning all the St. Paul channels, all the Ramsey County channels, the some statewide and metro-wide channels, and so if something kicks off, we're gonna hear it.
Good Morgan plan. Just send us 199's call.
When you hear a squad say they cleared with the Morgan plan, that means that they helped the drivers exchange insurance information and driver's license information. Most accidents, there's no need for a report, but you can just exchange information, and the insurance companies work it out. Minnesota is a no-fault state, which means your insurance covers your car and their insurance covers their car. And if someone's at fault or there's an issue, the insurance companies fight it out between them. So we're right by the St. Paul East team building. It's on my right-hand side. Sorry you can't see it, but it's what you would expect, a brick police building. And get some great cops that work out of there. And it's one of 3 districts in St. Paul, and they call them teams as well. The city's broken up into West District, Central District, and an East District. And so calls that occur in those districts are handed out to those squads. But obviously there are times when it gets busy and they have to help each other out, or there's a major incident. And then they also have, for lack of a better term, I'd call them citywide squads or units, like the gang unit, and they have traffic officers. I think their community service folks are also citywide, but they probably have geographic responsibilities. So if a squad starts with the number 1, it's West District, number 2, Central, and number 3 is East District.
3.
So,
transporting 1 adult female to 1640 Complete Street.
we're on East 7th, headed towards downtown.
Squads for 1700 DOT. 230.
230.
233. 236. 238. 239. 241. 242.
242.
245. 250.
Negative.
251.
So we're in downtown St. Paul right now. Driving through on 7th Street.
158.
158.
159. Any other squads for 1700 EOC?
333.
So the squad's EOT's end of tour, and they are asking squads if they're going to be getting off on time.
345.
And
345.
the
349.
349.
354.
so they do a roll call, and the ones who are
356. 356.
getting off just answer with their number, and the others will say no, I'm still working. So they may be on working overtime. They may have a call that's going long. So
1645.
Squad 539. Squad 539. 539. 11th and Cedar on an anonymous dangerous condition complaint for a white Toyota Highlander driving erratically towards North today. Copy, all advice.
so that the 500 cars are the downtown beats. So that call just came out at 11th and Cedar. We're sitting at 7th and Cedar. And it's supposed to be a white, I think he said Land Cruiser. I gotta double check. So we're in the area, we'll check it. Toyota Highlander, white,
1647.
that was weaving, zigzagging through traffic and almost hit a transit bus. And the light rail runs down that street, so that could be
376,
very
into
dangerous.
APD, can you add Romeo Echo Mike 390, and then Kilo Foxtrot Zulu 754, both Minnesota, thank you.
Check the area where they said that vehicle was heading right now.
New message.
There's almost always a slight delay in the taking the call and dispatching the call. So
2268.
2268.
From medical at 835 Marshall Lake Court. To be a 36-year-old female with chest pain and difficulty breathing.
Okay.
1649.
My basic, so my basic.
5. $23.62.
So this Nissan Rogue seems to be driving well, so even though it could be mistaken for a Toyota, it does not appear to be the car we're looking for.
Copy. It looks like that missing person we have from 1700 Saunders Avenue. I believe it may be that 7-year-old for the Denver call. Copy. And 250.
talking while we're in service.
Put the previous call back and pending, and then put me on the new APD.
There was a Highlander there, but he was parked legally and looked like an Uber driver. So I'm hoping he wasn't the one zigzagging around.
Just excited. Thanks, Paul. Humboldt. We'll be out with the mail. We'll possibly have more for felony. Firearm possession.
Copy, 1 here.
Negative.
Copy, 512 Humboldt.
265, is this custody?
Copy.
We're on West 7th. We just passed some of the best restaurants and bars in St. Paul. And still more down this way. It's a great place if you're in town and you're ever hungry. West 7th is a great place to go. I'm not seeing that white Highlander. So I'm gonna go left here on Smith, so we'll be going south here. Some people would tell you I'm going west on Smith. It depends on your orientation. But people from St. Paul
4492.
call where we're about to go the west side, even though it's south of downtown. So it's on the west side of the Mississippi River if you run the length of it. We're going to go over what's known as the High Bridge. I don't know if you can see, but we are a couple hundred feet up from the Mississippi River and the river flats that are underneath.
3930 Northwood Drive, 122 for 34-year-old male, not
Really a beautiful view of the city from up here.
2269.
But I don't know that I can capture that for you.
Change it to specific.
Sorry, which type of call?
Change it to suspicious.
Okay.
Run the plate on that car.
New message.
This is an area
New
here where
message.
we've recovered a lot of stolen vehicles. But that one is not a stolen vehicle. So that's good. It's really a kind of a cool neighborhood down here in the west side of St. Paul. Just a lot of smaller homes relative to maybe the suburbs, but just a great neighborhood feel down here.
Copy, go for
Factor 1, go again. Can you take that fast? The squad's back to 18th Street East, contemplating out in front of the apartment. Made a deal with a female, sale of marijuana, and full additional items.
Oh, I hate it when that happens, when you make a deal to sell marijuana and then they steal
I'll let you know.
your stuff.
Yep.
There's one door that is not completely shut. I was taking another spot just to walk through. Doesn't feel like anything before for me.
265, can you go again?
267, man, another squad, close forward though. Just walk through the building. One of the doors started partially open.
I copy. One squad's back at 175 Cesar Chavez Street is open door on alarm. 263, I can start. 278, surround. Kevin.
North, 73-year-old male with numbness in his legs at 1550.
So we're driving eastbound on Page Street. Real close to, well, we just passed Cherokee Elementary. To the right is Humboldt High School. The west side of St. Paul is well known for having some of the best ethnic food in the city.
We'll be run the OEC, one adult male. Yep.
Hey, 271 clear for it.
Copy.
We're gonna go south here on Stryker, or north, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Give him a case number.
18619. He's in it. 18619. Do that again.
others in a Morgan plan, you can put me on my last.
$82.96, clear all SWAT assist.
So we're down on Cesar Chavez Street. It's kind of the heart of the west side. Couple guys having fun on a scooter.
This is FDQ, US November, Whiskey, Mike 330.
We're north to County Paul, South St. Paul, and West St. Paul are different cities. Highway 52 runs up through those cities out of Inver Grove Heights as well, and Hastings, and then comes up into downtown St. Paul, which you see here. Saw that my stream glitched there for a second, so hopefully we're in kind of a low spot. Hopefully it's better now. We're passing the Holman Airport on our right, which is both a private airport as well as there's military assets there, helicopters, and I believe the Air National Guard uses it. get out of this traffic that's backed up.
We're still clearing the building here. If you want to contact the key holder, that'd be great.
So we're coming up.
Just confirming at this point,
We're going to come back up to West 7th Street, or East 7th Street in Kitson, where we crossed through earlier, but I'm going to turn a different direction that allows us to avoid the traffic here. So I just got a text from our apprehension team. They just apprehended a dangerous individual they were looking for earlier. So
Bravo 253.
it's very nice. They do a tremendous job. The research they do on fugitives, people who are wanted, and tracking them down is unbelievable.
GOA, you can send me 531's call.
Thank you.
Welcome, I think,
Unfortunately, I have to mute you for just a minute. I gotta make a phone call here. right. Sorry about that. I just had to return an immediate call where someone needed information right away about something that's going on that and I was able to help them out. So where are we? We're right by the state capitol. We're on University Avenue at Park Street, and we're gonna head up here to Rice and see what's going on up there. It's been pretty darn, I can't use the Q word, I don't think. How about the S word? Slow. Things are kind of going slow right now, which is good. People need a break. Everybody just take care of their business. It's we used to always look forward to these times so that we knew to go use the bathroom or get something to eat, because it could be the eye of the storm. You never know. But we're right by Club Holiday, going north on Rice. There's a lady right there passing me, but she is at or just slightly above the speed limit, so don't be fooled to think she's speeding too fast. If she was, I would pull her over, but she's not. Roy, that was a funny text. Thank you for your sense of humor. I don't know if you're watching, or if you just texted me out of the blue, but you brought back some memories there. So we're northbound at Atwater. Passing by. It's early in the day, so it's not very busy at Barnes yet.
Looks like one maybe calling now.
But it is it's busier than I would think for this time of day. But
Fuel is going to be in around 15 minutes in a white Lexus SUV.
And we're at front now where Mama's Pizza is.
The caller, Dr. Father, is trying to invite the daughter. Currently verbal.
Love that place.
Yeah.
You may be hearing some rattling now because we're on Rice Street. It's driving on Rice Street is like driving on a relief map. You get all the elevations, potholes, things sticking up, you name it. But my understanding is they're supposed to work on it this coming spring and summer. northbound on Rice Street. Looking for some action. Still north on Rice at Wheelock Parkway and coming up to Larpenteur.
Copy the request to cancel. It's about to be clear report.
And you're hearing the radio just like I am, so you can hear there's not much going on right now. Coming up here on Lake McCarran's, and I realize nobody's going to be swimming or outside today, but I don't even see any ice fisher people out there. We have some great lakes for doing that around here.
Go ahead. 1087 Martin Cave, 24 meters, 911. Launch our comments. Ready to copy it.
101721.
Like somebody did a slalom course through those cones and knocked a bunch of them over. Although, fortunately, they're in the middle of the road where they're supposed to be. So, but we are approaching County Road B. crossing over Highway 36.
317.
And we're in the city of Little Canada now.
Caller attention to the
And on the left is the city of Roseville.
Copy.
Right up here is one of the landmarks in Ramsey County, the Dunkin' Donuts in Little Canada. Despite the rumors, it's true. Cops love donuts. And that Dunkin' Donuts is a great shop there. Here, the Hawk's Breath. Many of you may remember that from your youth. And Flameburger. Ooh, it looks like Flameburger moved into the building next door. Interesting. I didn't know they were moving. Might have to go check it out sometime.
One 18612. We're getting a request to cancel. Okay.
We're still northbound on Rice. I apologize for how slow it is. I guess, I don't know, maybe I should be taking a bow saying, hey, all crime has ceased. But I know that's not true. It's just, we're in a lull right now. We do everything we can to reduce it.
Here's the DLC. Clarifies. Room.
179.
So we're just now at Rice and 694, headed northbound into the northern part of the county in Shoreview. course, it's like every other lake up here now. It's frozen over. This side of VADNAIS Lake is shallower. The other side is the deeper side. And the fish move into the deeper areas in the winter because there's more oxygen. That is where, unfortunately, we had the mother that drowned her kids and herself in the lake, and our water patrol and the firefighters from several different jurisdictions up here led the recovery efforts. We're on Hodgson. The road split there at the roundabout, and we went on the west fork, which is Hodgson Road.
The owner stated they were in an accident, did not want to report it, but he did hear them arguing with someone over a stop sign in the background.
The road.
And then Rice Street continues north into dead ends at the entrance to North Oaks. Be able to see it started snowing a little bit here. Not a lot, but just enough.
And back to your right, you would turn SIT at Fort Parkway and Mississippi Railroad Guard for a male standing like clothes looking over the rail guard. Hispanic male, 19 to 20, 5'8", average. A black sweatshirt, black pants, white shoes, and medics have been started. And then Sergeant to copy.
Totally copy.
7031.
So you may have heard part of that call. There's a male standing next to a light post looking over a bridge, and they're concerned he might be trying to commit suicide. And hopefully that's not the case. But squads are going there, and they will try to dissuade him from jumping if that's the case. And generally the officers do a tremendous job of that. They've got a lot of experience, and they're well trained, and it's just a matter of convincing the person that there are people that care about them and will listen to them, and a lot of times that's what folks need to help them realize that it's not an answer. ice arena, perhaps the coldest ice arena left in Ramsey County. I don't know, there could be we could have a contest on that, but I spent many hours sitting in Shoreview Arena watching my son Tyler practice or play hockey, and
Can we get the case number, please?
it's a cold place right on the right here.
5-9.
In the summer, they put turf.
Sorry, didn't I?
Obviously, the ice is
1-8.
melted or removed, however, and they put turf out there, and they play lacrosse, box lacrosse in there, and I've seen a little bit of that as well. So as we go west, we leave Shoreview and we end up in Arden Hills, another one of our contract cities, where we are the primary police agency, and it also is home to our patrol station. To the patrol station, that's where I'm gonna end our broadcast. I apologize that there wasn't more excitement, but hopefully you got a good tour of St. Paul and Ramsey County, and I'm sure on either Wednesday or Friday there will be much more excitement. There always is on Fridays. So I really appreciate everybody hanging in there with me and listening to me.
I
And
can take the alarm
I
from the
hope
pond. I'm just down the road, and I can advise.
Steve will be back with me on Monday, barring any unforeseen circumstances. So thank you, and stay safe, and remember to be kind.